So guys, today I will be sharing with you which perfumes brought me the most compliments last year. So it's gonna be like a top list of most complimented fragrances of 2021, and to find out everything about them, make sure to keep on watching. However, before we get started, I would like to ask those who are here for the first time or haven't subscribed yet but keep coming back to my channel to finally hit that subscribe button and also activate the bell so you will receive notifications anytime I post a new video. And also don't forget to give this one a huge thumbs up, and once you're done with that, we can dive right into it. Hello and welcome everyone to today's top list of the most complimented fragrances from my collection of last year. I'm really excited to share them with you, but I need to mention that I personally love to wear perfumes for my own pleasure. However, it's definitely nice to receive compliments for your favorite fragrances, right? So let me know, how about you? Do you wear perfumes for yourself or for others, or sort of like a mix of that? And while you are sharing with me your thoughts on this topic, I'm getting started. And one of the biggest discoveries of the last year for me, one of the best perfumes I found that became my signature scent and I've been wearing on the daily basis, was the one that I called the perfume I was searching for my entire life. And that's true ever since my childhood, when my mom used to rock my favorite Guerlain's fragrance, probably for that reason, because she wore it all the time and I couldn't get over L'Instant. But it has been reformulated recently and it doesn't smell like that first version of it. However, I found something that comes close to it but is more youthful and is sort of like a modern version of it. And I'm talking about Ylang Ylang Noisy Bee by Paris Monte Carlo, fragrance in which indeed Ylang Ylang is one of the central notes, but you know, other than that, it is really powdery, it is luscious, and it smells very luxurious. Also reminding me of my childhood, it makes me feel like I'm wearing something that I'm comfortable with. Sometimes that gives me a lot of this self-confidence, and probably because of that, people really notice that I feel myself good in my own skin. And because this fragrance is so pleasant, I receive compliments for it every day, just because I find it's versatile and it goes well with any situation. So if you want more information on that perfume, I have a video dedicated to it and I will leave a link to it down below in the commentary section, as well as other helpful information. But with that being said, let's move on to another one that's gonna be about another flower. And last year, Maison Violet, French niche brand, came up with a perfume called Compliment. What a great name and what a great fragrance, you guys. It's definitely white floral, and the main star in here is tuberose, but it's in the company with jasmine, with freesia, with ylang ylang and orange blossom. In the opening, it has some bitter greenery, which makes it more interesting, just because sometimes white floral perfumes can be straightforward. In here, we have some complexity, especially because in the dry down, it smells more balsamic and powdery, and the overall character of it is euphoric, it's happy, and probably people notice that this perfume is really sunny. And I received a lot of compliments, especially during the summertime, for it. So in case you love big white florals and tuberose is one of your favorite notes, I really recommend you to check it out. And I will leave a link to their official website and my discount code so you can save some money down below in the description box. So check it out. And we are moving on to the next perfume I was so happy to finally add to my collection in 2021, and that happened mostly thanks to many of your donation, guys, on Buy Me Coffee website, which is just an amazing platform for those who want to support their favorite content creators. So make sure to check it out. I will leave a link down below, no pressure whatsoever, but I've been wanting and I've been dreaming about this perfume, Love, Don't Be Shy by Kilian, for the longest time ever. And when I finally got it last year, my gosh, I was so happy about it. And I mostly wear it on special occasions, just because this is an expensive niche smelling perfume that is truly gourmand. There are many floral notes in there, but they are sort of like sugared, and it is very attractive. People are always drawn to it just because it's not over the top, yet it is pushed to the max. And I love the sweetness in there because it's, you know, so deep and so delicious, truly mouth-watering. So overall, in case you're wondering which perfumes will bring you the most attention, those are Gourmands, just because they smell comforting, they smell delicious, they smell really pleasant, and mostly people enjoy scents like that. So with that being said, keep on your mind that if you want compliments, just pull out your Gourmands. And one of the biggest ones that I have with a note of cherry that I've been so addicted to during the last year that I've even came up with a top list of cherry perfumes. So if you love this note and you're looking for some recommendations, I will leave a link to it down below. But like a monster cherry fragrance in my collection that is so well received by other people is hands down this very cherry rose chocolate patchouli from the Canadian indie house Malek Perfumes. And this is a superb scent that opens with a very bold aroma of sweet cherries, of rose, of chocolate, and as it dries down, there is this patchouli that makes it smell so deep. And anytime I wear it, people ask me what it is, and I love to see how they Google this perfume. So it's great if you're going out, just because it's bold, it's loud, and it is really noticeable. One of the fragrances that will turn people's heads, you know. And if you love that impression of your fragrance, I think you might really enjoy this one. But something else I've been loving so much, but is on the different side, you know, this fragrance is down to earth, it's not too bold, it doesn't scream, however, it is so truly addictive, also with a note of cherry, just because I couldn't get enough, is perfume with the note of oud that is just to die for. And some of you might remember that I've been on an oud kick in 2021, and when I first smelled this new perfume from Sarah Baker that is called Ludo, oh my gosh, I fell in love with it right at first sniff, which you can check out on my Instagram because we've opened it with Sarah on IGTV in the live stream, and I just couldn't get over it ever since then. So it is a playful oud that is still quite serious, and in the opening it is sort of fresh because there are some green and citrusy notes and a cherry that is not super strong. It rather lifts all the other notes up instead of dominating over them. And then this is such a gorgeous oud fragrance that was created by Chris Maurice, and he is known for a lot of oud stars. And this is sort of like a complex oud that is woody, that is dirty, that is animalic, that is smooth because of white chocolate. This is the oud of my dreams, and I love it so much that it's probably the most complimented fragrance of myself. You know, like anytime I wore it, I was like, I smell so good. So I've been complimenting myself on this fragrance over and over again, so I just needed to mention it because it's such a favorite of mine, and in the dry down it just turns so stunning. Like, you definitely need to experience it if you love a solid oud fragrance. So with that being said, it's just the one that I've been going back to every time I wanted something oudy, but something I've been wearing during the autumn time, and I feel like that was the perfect time for this fragrance just because it is on the spicy side and it went so well with all the holidays, fun Halloween and stuff. And I'm talking about Midnight Jasmine by Pearlescent Perfumes. This is a new project of Daniel Gallagher and his wife, and so far there are 3 fragrances in the collection. Baklava is hands down my favorite, but people have been like going crazy over Midnight Jasmine, and I sort of understand why, you guys, because, well, although this is not necessarily a jasmine fragrance for me, but I would say a rose one. It is about spices, and spices, just like as other sweet notes, they are very attractive to people, and in here cinnamon is like the main player. Probably that's only my impression of it. Unfortunately, I don't get much of jasmine, but cinnamon always performs big on me, and it just smells very similar to Rose Alday, a bestseller of Galha Fragrances, and just recently he released a flanker Rose Noir that I've already compared to one another, but this is like the Rose Alday, same boozy rose with a lot of spices, dry fruits, and like a hint of indolic jasmine, and people have been going crazy over it, probably because we were transferring into colder weather, and it's just like a bold perfume. It is so loud that it is impossible to leave it without a reaction. And you know, since autumn is the time when we are baking more, when we are adding spices to our dishes, and just Halloween is the time when, you know, we are in the mood for something sweet. That fragrance performed amazingly, and I won't lie, I was so impressed that anytime I wore it, someone asked me about it. So it is a very noticeable scent, and if you love fragrances in this style, I think you will really enjoy it. I actually know that some of you purchased it because of me, so let me know how you feel about it. But something else I've been really dreaming about for the longest time ever, just like that Love Don't Be Shy, I've been wanting to get the Roses Vanille bestseller of Montale, and I believe it was last year Valentine's Day gift, or I'm not sure, probably I received it for, you know, the finishing of my university, and it was just such a great time of my life when all the pressure fell down that I finally got a degree, and I received this perfume, and I was just like so happy, because I don't think that it needs an introduction. This is like a massive compliment getter. People have been raving about it all the time ever since it was launched, and it has been around for a while, but you guys, you cannot beat this sort of like sugary sharp rose. And if you love sweet roses, you need to have it, because it smells to me like a rose gem, and it is phenomenal. So it's one of the most complimented fragrances of the year, hands down, and I've even oversprayed in one video, so in case you want to have some fun, make sure to check it out. But let's move on to something on the deep side, something with a really niche vibe, and I don't know what's the reason for all the compliments on it, but it's the one that combines a lot of notes I've been really into during the last year, such as cardamom, almond, vanilla, and oud, and all of that is combined in Kisses Rain by Rainier Perfumes. And a lot of reviewers hype this fragrance, and I totally understand why, because you cannot beat it when it comes to, you know, a beautiful spicy woody vanilla. Kisses Rain is one of the best perfumes you can go for, and I love that in the opening you get more of the cardamom, and later there is gonna be almond that is like a very powdery note, and I have a top list dedicated to it as well as to cardamom, and oud is noticeable throughout the entire composition. There is also like an addition of coffee that's like so attractive, and vanilla in the dry down. So this is a very pleasant perfume to wear and pleasant perfume to smell, and probably that is why people have been complimenting me on it. And in case you want to check it out and you're wondering where you can get it from, make sure to check out Aquasion Natural webshop, which is an amazing place for those who love niche and indie fragrances, because the selection of brands there is amazing, and I even have a discount for you, so you can save your money and buy some great perfumes. And while we are on this warm, powdery, more deep subject, let me share with you another fragrance that I actually purchased during Black Friday and have been loving to wear it ever since then, because not only it reminds me of a few my favorite fragrances like Ambre Nuit by Dior and Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, but because it's a stunning fragrance on its own. And ever since I purchased Kayali's Invite Only Amber, my gosh, I've been wearing it during the entire winter, and I just loved the people's reaction on it, just because this fragrance is so much fun. Because on the one side it's like this boozy ambery rose, on the other side it's like sweet honeyed vanillic tobacco, and then we'll also get like spices with cinnamon and chocolate in there. So there is so much going on in here, and at the same time it's so smoothly blended that it is so sexy. sexy, and probably that's why people notice that this is a sexy perfume, and that's why they've been complimenting me on it. And I just really love to provoke people with my fragrances, but this is definitely a very nice and pleasant provocation, and it just smells so good that I would definitely recommend it to everyone, just because you will see, you will notice, and you will just notice the reaction, and then you can come back to this video and tell me about it. But with that being said, let me tell you about a very beautiful, cool fragrance I discovered last year, and it was one of the biggest finds of 2021 for me, because I'm talking about Nishane's Nanshi that comes in this stunning bottle, my favorite color of the year. And you guys, it is very interesting perfume, just because in the opening it smells really clean and soapy, and at some point it is even a little bit old-fashioned, and probably that's why, because people smell something familiar in there. They might be reminded of their childhood and feel comforted and safe. They've been asking me about this fragrance that actually turns powdery in the dry down, and it just has this boudoir style. It smells very elegant and classy, and especially men really love it on me, but women ask me about it because they want to smell like it. So this is like a stunning, clean, powdery rose scent. But rose in here is not super dominant because there are many other notes in here as well, and Nishane is just known for its truly niche, high quality. And in case you are interested in this brand, you can get it from So Avant-Garde webshop, and I have a discount which is really generous, so it will definitely help you to save some money. And I would definitely recommend you to check out this fragrance in case you love clean, very elegant and long-lasting perfume, because sometimes I've even received a compliment for it by the end of the day when I couldn't smell it anymore. Alright, so there are only 3 fragrances left, and all of them are Gourmand. So I'm wondering who of you remembers my love to 402 by Bon Parfumeur. By the way, now I love it even more because we match, and who knows how much I love to match with my perfumes. Well, that's my favorite thing. And today we are purple, today we are popping, and well, I will tell you that that was my go-to perfume to wear at work, just because, you know, it's light, it's inoffensive, and at the same time, because of vanilla, of heliotrope, almond blossom, it is powdery, and I'm most comfortable with powdery scents, especially if they are a little bit sweet, leaning towards gourmand, which this one does, because in there is also caramel and sugar. But because of sandalwood and musk, it really smells like your skin but better, and I've been loving to wear it during the work time, quite stressful, you know, situations, when this fragrance always helped me to stay calm and professional. And also my colleagues, they've been smelling it on me and enjoying it because it's not overwhelming, and that can be nice sometimes too, you know, more discreet, more intimate fragrance that doesn't scream but at the same time attracts people. And it's one of those that you can get from their official website, and there are so many ones to choose from, and you can layer them. And of course I have a generous discount of 20% with which you can go for even more perfumes because they are very inexpensive. Alright, so on that note, let me tell you about the best flanker release, the love at first sniff, and the prettiest bottle of the last year in my personal opinion, and that is L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy, which was like a stunning launch, and to me it smells like, you know, a vanilla ice cream in a bottle with some juicy flowers. And not only I've been loving it, but also other people have been loving it, you know, men and women on the street, in the office, everywhere. This perfume is just like magic, honestly. In case you're looking for a great sweet perfume and you want something that you can make your signature scent, oh my gosh, this one would be amazing for that. But I want to end this video on my most favorite vanilla release of the last year, Love at First Sniff, and first ever exclusive Dior purchase. And you might remember me going crazy and raving about You've all guessed it right, Vanilla Diorama by Dior. Right, you guys? And well, that's for a reason. That's because this is a perfect vanilla with a gorgeous orange note in the opening, with boozy notes, and with stunning vanilla that is a little bit spicy, that is just so good, that it is to die for, and I love it. And people have been loving it on me. I need to be fair, I've been wearing it more than other vanillas, probably that's why I got so many compliments for it, but I just couldn't get enough of it, and I hope that this stain will go away. And that was all from me today. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, activate the bell, check out the description box for more helpful information, and we'll see each other in the next one really soon. So make sure to stay tuned and smell good. Bye guys!